I like to run tournaments. I've been running imaginary tournaments ever since I've been able to write, and maybe even before then. For proof, look here, it's the Toronto Maple Leafs winning the Stanley Cup. I also like to ask questions. The question here is, who is everyone's favorite character from Shining Force 2? It's not a question about who's the strongest, it's all about who you love. Hence the title of this video. To find out, I arranged a 30-character, one-on-one, single elimination tournament where fans could vote on which character they like more. I'm not going to break down and focus on every match that took place, but if you'd like to see the specific results, I will link them in the description as well as placing a link to the full bracket. That said, there are a few matchups we want to focus on. Lemon versus Kiwi was our first upset. I had Lemon seated fairly high as he's one of my favorite characters, but I underestimated the power of the Kiwi army as he came out on top. Hell, I also underestimated all the Sheila fans too, as they also almost knocked out Lemon in round 1. Or maybe I just overrated Lemon. Sarah didn't make it to the Final Four, but she had one of the best showings, getting massive victories over Taya and Skreech, and almost upsetting the great Peter. After many matches though, we've come down to our final 4 characters, and our semi-final matches of Peter vs Geralt and Bowie vs Slade. Peter vs Geralt was a battle of two opposites. Geralt barely has any lines in the game. In fact, we can show all 4 of them on screen right now. Geralt really gets by on his design, as he's beautiful in both his Beastman and Wolf Baron forms. Peter, on the other hand, is a chatty goose. Having the most speaking lines in the game, he speaks so much he can become annoying, but there's nothing annoying about his battle prowess, as he is the undisputed strongest character in the game. So how did the voting break down on this one? Peter came out on top, winning 131 votes to 57, and he moves on to the finals, but let's see who he'll face. Bowie and Slade is a battle between two swordsmen equipped with the best weapons the game has to offer. Bowie battles using the Holy Force Sword, a weapon whose very blade shines with the light of the Force. This sword unlocks a path to Xeon, and aids the Force in ridding the world of devils. I'm still bummed that it doesn't cast any spells though. Slade, on the other hand, wields the mighty Gizarm, a blade forged in Mithril by the fabled dwarven blacksmiths. A blade so powerful it can slice enemies in half. But which of these two will go to the finals? Slade will be moving on, slicing Bowie in half and winning 96 votes to 76. And now the finals are set. It's Peter versus Slade. It's a final that was called when the bracket was revealed, and now we're here. So what do Peter and Slade have in common? They are both 2 of the strongest units in the game, but there's more to it than that. Slade and Peter are among the few characters in Shining Force 2 that have a character arc. The very first images we see in the game are of Slade stealing the jewels of light and dark, allowing Xeon to be released. After stealing these jewels, he's captured by Gallam's soldiers and thrown in the dungeon. All the while, the jewels are given to King Gallam. After meeting the Force in prison and seeing the damage that he's caused, Slade joins the Force hoping to right this wrong. When we first meet Peter, we learn that he serves the god Volcanon. Peter believes that no harm can come to Parmesia as long as Volcanon protects it. However, after watching Volcanon turn his back on the ground dwellers and say it would be okay for all the humans to be annihilated, Peter turns his back on the cold-hearted god and joins the Force. This is the final. One of these two will be the winner. Who will it be? And Slade has been crowned as the favorite Shining Force 2 character by all the players in the world, winning with a total of 110 votes to 72 over Peter. I want to say, this was a well-earned win. Slade isn't a character that will wow you out of the gate, but if you show him love, he'll give it right back to you. Also, I'm very happy Peter didn't win. I think if I went through the trouble of doing this whole tournament and found out that Peter won, I'd feel like I wasted my time. Thanks for coming through in the clutch, Slade. And thanks for watching everyone. I'll be doing more tournaments, so stay tuned. And before we go, I need to make a big shout out to the Shining Force Reddit community for helping me do all this. Your encouragement and your participation, you guys are all the best. Until next time, adios.